Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our auditorium. Welcome to the spring concert of the Upperman High School Band and one random middle schooler. If you look in the back of the program and you look at the names, I have the years of the students. One of them says 8, so you get to figure out who it is. And then later it'll be all of them, which is going to be fun. This is a very unique concert tonight. There's not much of a theme. It's just stuff I like. So you'll understand this in a few minutes. But we're going to do things just kind of a little out of order, kind of weird tonight. I don't get to conduct all the pieces, and I'm okay with this. So the first piece we're going to do tonight is called Procession of the Nobles. And this piece was supposed to be played at Concert Festival when COVID said, you don't get to do anything. So it was kind of unfair to the students that were working on this in middle school to never get the opportunity to play it. So I said, fine, we're going to play it. But it would make no sense to not let the man who worked on it for so long with those kids to get the chance to do it tonight. So I introduce to you the middle school band director, Kyle Netherton, and the Upperman High School Band.
This has been the longest session between the last piece and the next piece I've ever seen. So, yeah, I think this was back in COVID year. So Cosby and her group, I think, were 7th graders. So that would be this year's current what? Sophomore and juniors. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Procession of the Nobles. You're going to see us breathing because Netherton likes coffee. And if I go too fast, I'm going to kill the band. So we're going to breathe ourselves down before we start.
And now somehow I have to follow that. Not sure how. So you're going to notice that we're going to have some people kind of switching back and forth. We have been oddly blessed with some really unique talent where we would just say, I need you to play this instrument, and they go, okay. So you've noticed our last chair clarinet on the front row now just picked up the non-band instrument of a violin. We've got a flute player that went to trumpet. We've got a tenor sax that went to trumpet. They're going to switch back and forth. It's a weird night, and you'll see. It's just I have been extremely blessed this year with everything that's been going on. So that was COVID stopping them from playing a piece. The next two pieces are basically a flood keeping us from doing Concert Festival this year. We had these two next pieces ready to go, we had it worked up, we were ready to go, and then school was canceled because of the rain and the wetness, and we couldn't go. And the only opportunity we could have went was the next day with no warning, no anything, and we just said we can't do it. So our next two pieces, Skyline and St. Petersburg March, were the two pieces we were supposed to take to Concert Festival this year. So we hope you enjoy both. We're actually playing them backwards. We're doing Skyline first. It was the last piece for us. So this is supposed to represent Skyline Drive, yet it sounds like New York City. You'll understand in a moment. It was cold up here at 2 o'clock. It ain't cold anymore. So from the idea of Skyline Drive and the idea of New York and buildings and things like that, to a Russian march written by a guy from Alabama. I wish I was kidding. So Johnny Benson is a very, very well-known band composer, band arranger, and he lives in Alabama, and he wrote a Russian-style march. It's really neat. You would never think it would work, but it works. So once we are prepared, we'll do St. Petersburg March. So while you see the mask changing up here, I'll kind of explain some things. If you do look on the back of the program and look at the list of all our kids here, there are symbols beside some of their names. The symbols that you see are things that we have done this year with this band other than marching band and concert band. So if you notice, there are little symbols for TTU Symposium, which happens in November. Normally it's juniors and seniors. This year we got to add some sophomores in. We had a few students go to TTU's Band Day. It's their marching band day. It's the first time they've done it in a long, long time. So we had 3 students that were able to go. Just recently, where's Maddie? Maddie got to go play with a 700-piece marching band at UT. That was incredible. The video alone is wonderful. So that was fun. We also, and she came off stage. Cosby's a very unique child for us because it's band and we have a string player, but we never can find anything for her to go do because all our stuff is band related. Well, Austin P this year, we found an orchestra, an honors orchestra, and Cosby made it, and it was the first time that I think in our school's history we've ever had a string player make any kind of honors band or orchestra. So very proud of her. That was really neat. In February, Tennessee Tech holds a Festival of Winds and Percussion. Basically, I send a list of names in. They invite who they want. You send an audition tape. You get in, and then your placement in the band is set by that. If you went to Tennessee Tech's Festival of Winds, stand up or come out with her. Yay! Solo and Ensemble was just a few weeks ago, and not only did we have some students that attended Solo and Ensemble, but everybody got a rating of a 1, which means they got the top score. So if you went to Solo and Ensemble, please stand up. I see Tommy over here. Was there anybody over in the 8th grade besides? Yeah, stand up, guys. You win. Stand up. Yeah. Yes, I get to brag on y'all too. And finally, we talked about this back at Christmas, but I get to say it again. We've been very, very lucky that this year we had students make the All-Mid-State Band, and for our middle school, the All-Mid-State Jazz Band. So if you are a member of this year's Mid-State groups, which means you're one of the best students in about 40 counties in this area, please stand up. I'm going to do this to her because I can. This was Emma's 4th straight year. The rest of you now have to beat that, by the way. Okay, now flip the page back over. I get to do something really cool. And I'm not going to conduct this one, and I love it. So Shenandoah, very well known song, and I'm gonna let the person who's conducting talk about it. Jake came to me and said, "I'm writing this arrangement. What do you think?" And I listened to it and I went, "Get me parts." Huh? Like, we're gonna do it on the concert. Huh? And what you're about to hear, I have had nothing to do with. This is all them. I did a little bit yesterday, just enough to go, okay, I like it. So I'm going to let Jake McAfee come up and explain what in the world's going on, because he's the guy that arranged this. One of my students, for the first time in my career, I get to sit back and watch one of my kids, actually our kids, I'm just going to say it's our way. One of our kids gets to conduct a piece that they wrote and arranged. So Jake McAfee, get it.
We originally had this idea to do the song it's something about riding a piece before, and she was like, what if you do this one? And I was like, of course, I love this song, so I picked it. The song Shenandoah is, the origin is a little unclear, but from what we understand, it's kind of about American or Canadian fur traders or voyagers who went into the Shenandoah region of Virginia, and there was a man who fell in love with the daughter of the United Chief. The whole song is just about how much he wants to be with her. So it is a love song, whether it sounds like it or not. So real quick, all the front row members right here are in
Not gonna lie, I've been waiting for that. So while we're readjusting again, I have some thank yous to say before the actual thank yous at the end. We have been for a while trying to get new band jackets, new uniform jackets, pants, everything else. Those of you that have seen, some of our jackets can walk on their own. It's not pretty. We have been extremely blessed these last few months, and I need to thank some people and companies and things. Number one, Delmonico Winery has given a donation to us for the help in getting our jackets. Security Fence Incorporated. We did a fundraiser with the French Cookie and Jake McAfee. Yeah. We got a donation, I've lost the name, in the name of Katie Scott. We just got that just this week. Those of you that remember that from a few years ago, the family has been very gracious and generous since that happened to somehow find the way to give us donations every year. The choir also got a similar donation, and they want to continue this just constantly as much as they can. So that one came out of the blue and got me very, very emotional. The other one that got me very emotional that probably you have seen on a video, Skinder Newton Realty presented a check to us for $5,000. I did not know what to say. If you saw the video, you know my face was just kind of like, what? No, and then our school has also generously found a donation, we won't say donation, but as well, they found money for us as well. Guys, we have enough money to buy the jackets. So as soon as we can get a fitting done, there will be an order put in for 75 brand new band jackets, and we can start looking at replacing the pants. They know. They'll understand that comment. So we continue to thank you all for everything you do for us. Thank you for everything. I mean, putting up with me is hard enough, but thank you for everything that you do for them. And I will say another thank you here in a minute, but I'm going to play the next piece because you'll want to hear this. The next piece is called Goddess of Fire. If you were here last year, we played a piece called Pilatus Mountain of Dragons by the same composer. Very storyline, very programmatic, very neat piece. Goddess of Fire is about Pele. Pele was a Hawaiian goddess, and Pele has a little bit of a temper, as will be evident throughout the piece. It is not a short piece. I'm going to warn you now, but you won't know it. You won't know it happened. It'll pass, and you'll be kind of going, "Wait a minute, there's more," and there's not. So sit back, relax. This takes anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes, but you'll never know it. So part 2 of the Stephen Reineke trilogy, because we are going to do one more next year. So this is Goddess of Fire. Okay, now you know that we've lost our mind. This is what's going to make this fun. So, Mr. Netherton and I, back a couple of months ago, we were trying to find a way, seriously, we were trying to find a way to top what things we were doing last year. You know, last year it was like, oh, let's do this piece and bring the whole choir in. Well, this year, we didn't bring the choir in because we decided, let's bring the 8th graders over and give them a little taste of high school. So, this is, minus the seniors that will graduate, unfortunately, from us, this is next year's band. Yeah. You're about to be in for a treat, because we heard this yesterday, and this is going to be fun, as long as you don't go 210, right? Don't go 210. They know what that means. So, from the bottom of my heart, and I guarantee you Mr. Netherton will tell you the same thing, we can't thank y'all enough. Yes. We cannot begin to thank you enough. Guys, during marching season, those of you that follow us around, and you do all the sandwiches, and you sew things together, and you look at me and go, shut up, and you do all these wonderful things for our kids. You know, following us during parades, and, you know, smiling and yelling and doing all these wonderful things. They see it. They're teenagers. They won't tell you, but they do see it. And if they're not going to tell you, I will. I cannot begin to thank you guys. But the 3 people I need to thank the most are my administration. Let's see, where's Miss Wheeler? Was she here? Mr. Robbins here? Is he back there? Okay. There you are. There you are. See, no. And Mr. Fanning. Guys, I don't do what I do without the 3 of them giving me every bit of faith in what I do. And I have worked in some bad places. I have worked for some administrators I don't want to ever see again, and I will be completely honest about it. And I am in the right place. I am definitely in the right place. The arts are thriving. If you came to the choir concert and saw the massive humanity on stage, the fact that this auditorium was completely full, you're going to go to the middle school concert in a couple of weeks, some of you, and it's going to be packed. It's just, this is right. And we need to keep this going. So anytime they come home and they're griping and complaining about things, just look at them and go, be quiet, and tell them to do their stuff, and keep them going. And I'll do it here. Because they know I'll kick their butts here, you get them at home. They know about me checking grades. Because I do. So, have I stalled? Okay. Almost. So, this will end this really long season that we have had between our state championship run during marching season, our parades, our Christmas concert, the concert festival that should have happened, this concert, all the things our kids are doing. Just keep them motivated. Keep them motivated. Keep them good. Keep them happy. Keep them wanting to come back. But now I have to do one thing, and they didn't know this was going to happen. Old guys. Old guys. My old guys. My seniors. Stand up. The majority of them were in the 8th grade band when I got here, including my own daughter. And we've said this many times. They did not shun us. They did not look at us and go, you're the weird guy that's taking over. And they put us in and made us like family. And I thank them and those who should be up here. I thank them because you made my transition and my family's transition back from Kentucky to here seamless, easy, and made it feel like home. And I will tell you this for the next 3 weeks. You are my kids. You will always be my kids. I don't care where in life you are. I don't care where you think you're going, what you think is going to happen. You have 2 people here that are going to always be here.